Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the IDEAfit Pro Show Live. I'm Madeline McCormick, IDEA's Digital Marketing Manager, and today's host for the new and improved IDEAfit Pro Show. Today, we're covering so many incredible topics, including recruitment and retention, health and liability insurance, and sharing the latest on all things IDEA. We have many guests coming on, and we're so excited to connect with our IDEA members and our extended IDEAfit community, all of our audience joining us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube today. So thank you all so much for tuning in and being here. But before we welcome in our guests, I want to introduce my co-host. Amy Boone Thompson is a distinguished leader in the fitness and wellness industry with over 3 decades of experience. As the owner and CEO of IDEA Health and Fitness Association and the chair of World Active, she's at the forefront of driving positive change in the global fitness community. Amy's entrepreneurial spirit, combined with her deep expertise as a fitness business and media executive, have earned her numerous accolades, including the prestigious Stevie Award for her impactful contributions to our industry. With a passion for empowering others and fostering global collaboration, Amy's vision and leadership continue to inspire and elevate both individuals and the industry as a whole. Welcome, Amy.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that we could prepare a special reinvigoration of the Pro Show for our audience and for our new members. This is something we've been talking about for such a long time, and here we are.
I know I was looking back at past episodes, and we had deliberately and intentionally went quiet for a little while on the Pro Show because we knew we wanted to bring it back in a big way, and we knew we wanted to introduce these new technologies and really to bring it live, which bear with us, audience, we are live.
We are live, and anything can happen live.
That's right.
Well, that said, I am really looking forward to, like I said, bringing back the Pro Show in a new way, in a big way. We've been over the last year collecting video and audio and talking to our professionals, our educators, our members, and just earning some feedback on some of the things that they want to hear. And the show itself right now, available on our website and Apple Podcasts, has about 70 episodes. And each of those episodes kind of details the journey of different fitness professionals and different topics. But we're definitely looking forward to continuing that in an innovative, new, fresh way.
That's right. That's right. And in this time that we haven't been doing the show, of course, we, like, as you said, we have been talking to IDEA's members. We've been talking to the industry at large. Through my work with World Active, I've been literally traveling the world and speaking to business owners and fit pros everywhere. And what unites us are some of the challenges that the industry is having. So I'm really excited that IDEA can be at the forefront of important solutions and change that this industry desperately needs. I'm super excited that we are using tech like today to meet you where you are and invite you to our community at IDEA, where we really are inspiring the world of fitness. So it's just an exciting time. I think I was preparing for the show and I was thinking, I've done at least 100 interviews with fit pros and fitness leaders and these stakeholders around the world just in the last 4 months. To prepare for relaunching this channel and this medium, but also to reinvent IDEA and Health and Fitness Association.
Absolutely. And we're going to talk all about that today because we have so many things that have been in the works that we're ready to introduce, and we're going to get the latest on that. But let me tell you a little bit about the format for the Pro Show live stream today. We're bringing on our partners today to talk about each of their contributions to the fitness industry and to our IDEAfit member base. We have so many what I would consider thoughtful, strategic partnerships that you have been integral in and that we are excited to continue growing. And so having the opportunity to not only speak with some of these partners, but to speak about some of these initiatives that we're going to be championing is really important to us to just provide that access to the industry at whole. But we are today introducing a new partnership to tackle recruiting and retention issues with Cover Me Fitness. We're going to take take a deep dive into some issues surrounding healthcare for fitness pros. And we're going to talk with our liability insurance partner about the importance of not only liability coverage in your club or studio, but having a personal liability policy. So as we move to our first guest segment, I'd love to introduce the Cover Me team. They are joining us here from the United States, but also from across the pond. So welcome to the show, Doris Thews and Rosanna Tucker.
Hi, so excited to be here. Thank you so much. Wow,
Absolutely.
This is epic.
It is lovely. It is so lovely that you were able to take your time out of whatever projects that you both are working on to be here with us this morning. I want to give a little background for our audience on what Cover Me is. We've been slowly introducing this new partnership, but just to provide everybody listening today with some more information, the Cover Me app is a technology that seamlessly connects not only fitness professionals, but group fitness instructors, personal trainers, yoga teachers, aqua instructors, sports coaches, with venues, with clubs and studios that can hire them. This connection is what allows fitness professionals to boost their profiles, to boost their credibility and to earn more opportunities to teach, but also expand their networks and earn more money. So I'm happy to be here with you, Rosanna, as the creator and the developer, the co-founder of this app with a woman named Beverly Brinkworth. You both have decades of hands-on operational experience owning and managing boutique venues and big box brands. And I think that this understanding of industry-wide challenges, not only over there in the UK, because that's where all of this has started, and we're bringing it to the US. But you've also been able to, with all that experience, create a solution that saves time and reduces stress for fitness professionals and owners and operators. So to start, tell us a little bit more, Doris and Rosanna, about your role in the company as it is now, and tell us a little bit about Cover Me from your perspective.
Fantastic. Shall I kick off, Doris?
Absolutely.
Yes. That was fantastic, Madeline. Brilliant rundown. Really kind of encapsulated what we do at Cover Me. So it was really important for us. We grew up in the industry. So I've been on a spin bike and I've managed sales teams, and then I've operated a club and big timetables and all the pain points that you experience in between from both sides. And I think that was really important when we created the Cover Me tool, was that we served and solved for both sides of the market. So this wasn't just a tool for operators to use to save time and connect the teams digitally, but it was also for the fitness professional so that they could save time, they could raise their profile, and they could earn more money. So by attacking and researching both sides of the market, if you like, that was our real key to unlocking the solution that became Cover Me. So we honed in on the biggest pain points, made sure it wasn't just Beverly and I in the UK that were feeling these, and in actual fact, everyone was experiencing these problems. And we found out that although the experience that the consumer felt, whether that was personal training, aqua, swim teaching, Group X, that was like the most incredible show ever. But behind the scenes, it was like a bun fight. It was messy. It was stressful. It was anxiety inducing. Instructors running into offices saying, have you got any more work? Running out, raising an invoice, chasing this, chasing opportunity with a CV that was probably on paper. And what we wanted to do was create them a space in which they could create a digital profile, a wallet, everything that sat in one place in their pocket so that they could access more opportunity and raise their profiles. And for operators, they could be connected to them so that when they had opportunity in terms of recruitment or cover opportunities that they needed to recruit for, they would have access to that. Because what we identified is there wasn't one place where everyone sat. So we created that tool, and we actually built the tech in the US and US and India. So although we were in the UK and we started in the UK, good to test these things on a small island before you go big, of course. We actually developed in the US, and we've now thankfully got Doris on the team who's representing us in the US. And of course, we've worked with individuals like Emma Barry, right from the very beginning, who has been a wonderful advisor to us and made sure that we've kept right at the pulse and right at the forefront of everything that's going on. And then more recently, of course, Amy, who's brought such a wealth of experience, knowledge, and inspiration into what this can look like going forwards. And Doris for the US, representing us today, but also currently in the US.
Well, I'm excited to be a part of this podcast. The bottom line is it's all about relationships and it's about networking. And I remember talking to Amy at the ACSM IDEA event, and I'm like, hey, I'm consulting. Let me know about any projects. And she brought me in on a project, and it had to do with Cover Me and IDEA. And what I did is I dialed all my friends from, the franchises to the big boxes to the universities to the independents. And what I found out is that the US is a hot mess. Everybody's doing things totally differently. And it's not that you just don't know what you don't know. And when I got all this information, I realized, wow, there's so many needs. They're so diverse. But then when I learned about the Cover Me app, I was like, game changer. Game changer. Why isn't this in the US? And then also what I loved about it too is it came from operators. This isn't a business person who came in the fitness industry and was going to tell us how to do our business, because we know how important our business is. And you're not in fitness unless you have 15 jobs, right? Okay. So we know how the industry works. And so I saw these two very smart women who had their own studios, who solved a problem, who shared the solution. And I also saw it as being disruptive. And that's fabulous because it's disruptive, because now it's a dual-sided app. You have the instructors who now can say, this is the amount of money I want to make. This is where I want to teach. I want to pick up classes. I don't want to pick up classes. And by the way, next generation loves that. And then we also, so as a instructor, and I do teach in 3 chains, I wish we have this app. And then as in the past, being in the C-suite, I wish my team had this app, because if they had this app, they would spend less time chasing down subs and they would be focusing on innovation and really the member experience. So to me, this is a game changer. And even though it's not known in the US, get ready. It's the Uber for group fitness.
I'm really glad you said that, Doris. That was definitely where I was headed next. This partnership has already been making waves. The big players in our industry are looking at this partnership and they're wondering what's to come. And I'm really excited about the direction that we're headed. I want to throw this out. I'm not sure maybe if Amy, this is a good place for you to step in, but as it relates to IDEA and our rebuild of all of our platforms, including a very important piece of our business, Fitness Connect, tell us what this partnership means for the expansion in the fitness industry, but also just here in the US market for our pros.
I'd love to. And that is what led me to Cover Me. So IDEA has had Fitness Connect now since 2010. We're way ahead of our time in terms of building a directory that verified and qualified fitness professionals and then matched them to recruiters, people who were looking for their talent, and also consumers who were looking for those fitness professionals. The tech hadn't caught up to us yet, so we weren't on an app, but we've successfully verified over 275,000 Fit Pros around the world. And so when I bought IDEA, one of the very first things I set out to do was to update Fitness Connect. I actually helped to build it when I was an operator. So like Doris, I am a certified fitness professional, and I was a club operator who ran large club chains, and I experienced this pain point firsthand. So I knew Fitness Connect needed to reinvent. I knew that we needed to catch up to tech. We were very, very out of date, ahead of its time in 2010, but out of date in 2022. So at that time, I set out to build the tech. And it was then that I was contacted by Emma Berry, and she said, listen, I hear what you're trying to do, and there's a group that's doing it. They are club operators. You have to meet Rosanna and Beverly. They're incredible. So I did. I picked up the phone, and that is how this partnership came to be. But to answer your question about how we fit, this tech, this app does the verifying. It grabs the pros information. If you are an IDEA member, or even if you're not, you immediately, if you have a profile, it will pull up your information and say, great, we see that you're a Zumba certified instructor and here's your expiration date, and you verify that information. And then, as Rosanna said, that information lives in your digital wallet on the app. And then it makes you visible, with your permission, to employers who are looking for a Zumba instructor in that example. And you could turn it on or off to say, I'm looking for work, I'm not looking for work. I'm looking for a full-time job, I'm looking for a class tonight. It is brilliant, and it works both for the pro to find work when they want, but it also works for club operators, so they can find talent in their communities that have the credentials they're looking for. And so it's brilliant. So that's why we partnered. And then IDEA can support with the education. So we're here to keep you certified. We're here to keep you insured. We're here to keep you at the top and the latest and greatest in science and all the knowledge that you need to continue your career and be a great instructor. So that's how the partnership comes together.
I think that's so great. The Emma Barry impersonation is exactly what I thought. Listen.
Listen.
It's so great.
Pretty much how it went down.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to also share a little bit. Amy, you started to go into it a bit, but I wanted to open this question up to Rosanna. Tell us about how the app works. We have an instructor side and we have a venue side. And right now, the way that this is available is that venues can book a demo, and instructors can download the app for free. And then there's a couple of different levels of engaging with that. So could you talk to us a little bit more about just simply how can people get started today?
Absolutely. So the instructor or fitness professional can download from the App Store or the Game Store. And once they've downloaded, they can enter in sign up, which is for free, and they enter in their details. If they have an IDEA membership, we're going to recognize that, which is fantastic. So we're going to pre-populate some of your details for you. If you're not an IDEA member yet, you can fill in our profile. And then when you get through to the completion stage, you'll be able to access IDEA and be able to shoot through and sign up for that membership as well. So it's a simple sign-up process. It takes less than 10 minutes. It's just your details that you would ordinarily enter if you were looking to apply for a job. You set what classes that you do. You add in your certificates, your insurance, if that's relevant. And you also add in when, where, how much, and your calendar. And the whole point of getting this amount of detail is so that we only notify you or contact you when it's relevant. So what we understood from fitness professionals is everything has got incredibly noisy. So there are emails, there's text messages, there's phone calls, but it's become so noisy because it's not identifying whether that opportunity is for you or not. It means that you end up actually missing something that could have been for you. So I actually would have covered that yoga, but my phone goes off all the time. And most of the time it's not an opportunity that I want. So this makes it relevant. So I know that when that ding goes off, a little bit like we've been hearing tonight.
Does it sound like that ding?
That's how the old times sound. What we're saying is you're just going to have a single ding.
One ding.
And that's going to mean money. So it's going to be, yes, it's going to mean one thing. And that's an opportunity for me because I'm not working because my calendar's in there. Yes, I can teach yoga. Yes, I'm certified. Yes, everything's up to date. Yes, it's within my radius. And yeah, I'm happy to be paid X amount of dollars for that class. So it just means that the noise is taken out of everything. So in terms of sign up process, super simple, 10 minutes. If you haven't got any of that documentation that you need, you can also do that after, and you can also use the partnership of IDEA to get anything that you need to get. So updated insurance or certificates or wherever that might be, you can pull on the partnership that we have to make sure that you get that full ecosystem completed. And that's what we've looked to do. And that's why the partnership's so important. If you look at the ecosystem of becoming a fitness professional, educating yourself, making yourself safe, making those around you safe in terms of insurance, then you need to find a job. How are you going to find a job? create a digital profile, connect with all the opportunity in the area, get a job, and then between IDEA and Cover Me, we're going to reward and recognize the fact that you've done those roles and that you've got that job. Keep yourself safe, keep yourself educated. It's an ever-changing science. So none of us as fitness professionals finished at 18 and said, done. I know what, there's a new thing coming out every 6 months. In whether it's Group X, the gym space, I probably only know now how to use 10% of the equipment in the gym. Everything's changing. So we need to stay up to date. We need to stay on the pulse. We don't need to chase fairies and try and do absolutely everything, but it's definitely valuable to try and teach new things, because what we're seeing is that group exercise instructors or fitness professionals from any department would actually quite like to teach those things, but where do they access it? And it's a little bit confusing and it's a little bit difficult. What we're trying to do is say within your pocket, within this app, you can access everything you need to do. So you go onto the app, create your profile, you can have access to all the future education, and you can create yourself all the tools you need to be the best you can be. And if you're the best you can be, I think that's probably the best chance you have of making as much opportunity out of what you're doing. So from a fitness professional, that's how that works. And then from an operator, it's slightly different in that you create a profile, which is very easily because the operators don't have certificates and insurance and everything else. However, you then connect your existing team to your app so that you don't just have connection to our wider network of fitness professionals, you have an interaction of communication, so messaging. You have access to all verification, certificates, insurance. You can see when that's all up to date and correct. And then you also have the ability to sub between your team. Because of course you'd always want your team to be able to have the opportunity first before you looked elsewhere for hiring and recruitment, or if you are able to do that, a sub from an external source. So from the operator point of view, we always suggest having a book a demo first of all, just to make sure that this fits within your existing technology stack. And then from an instructor point of view, just go for it. Easy to do, 10 minutes. And as I say, if there's any questions or anything that you need to ask us, we're kind of on hand 24/7.
Absolutely. And what you've done with this app is basically take, like you said, all of those running around the club, CVs and resumes in hand, the WhatsApp messages, the Facebook groups, all of these things, and you've put it into one place. I want to toss this question over to Doris, because as we look to develop this for practical use in studios, in clubs across the US, this is maybe a two-part question, but I know you can handle it. So the first question is more about who do you see from an operational perspective managing both the venue side for the instructors, and then maybe if you have instructors in studio using this app, what does that kind of look like practically in an operational setting? And then how do we see that growing as we expand this partnership in the US? I know the role that you're playing is business development. So what's the sneak peek for how this can be practically used and rinsed and repeated all over the US in the future?
Great question. I've been very fortunate and blessed to align myself with great brands and game-changing and disruptive products, and this is definitely it. This is like an infant stage of what's to come. So part A, as an operator, I am going to be able to send out the request for the sub, and it's going to go to my team first. And if that doesn't work, it's going to go to a bigger network, and I'm going to get coverage. And we calculate it's about 30 seconds. We have timed one at like 9 or 11 seconds, but that doesn't, that's unusual. But instead of sending something out, holding your breath and waiting it and sitting on your heart in your chest and waiting for it, it comes quick. So that's super important. So that's efficiency. You're going to get it in, you're going to get it out. And there are ways to automate it too. So not all clubs have group fitness coordinators. There are clubs that have general managers who have multiple duties. And so there might be clubs where the general manager is responsible for covering classes. And, general managers are like, holy smokes, I got sales, I got operations, I have all this stuff to do. It can automatically cover. So it's a no-brainer and it's really easy for the ops. So it's a really low touch, fast, efficient solution. And those people can use their time to sell, create a better member experience, or to be more innovative, to be competitive in this market. Another thing I would say specifically, I'll do the instructor side, then I'll talk the future. From an instructor standpoint, I now have control of my career. If I want to work 40 hours this week, I can work 40 hours this week. I'm going to do my regular schedule, and then I'm going to see what's available, and I'm going to pick and choose. And it's a great opportunity maybe to pick up money when I want to pick up money, and not work when I don't want to work. It's like, the Uber and Uber Eats and Uber, the reason why they're so successful is people work when they want to work, and they're generally happy and they're ready for it. And this next generation of talent, which we need to think about the future, this is how they like to work. So when we think about the next future, they won't necessarily want that constricted schedule. This might just be a perfect fit for them. And you also get to pick your rate. Like, how lovely it is to request a rate, and then you get offers based on that. And then as an instructor working at multiple venues or clubs, how many more emails can I get? How many more groups can I get? How many Facebooks can I get? It gets so loud and noisy that I just don't even respond. Like, it's a hassle. It's just too much out there. And then when I respond, I have to wait a long time, and then maybe someone covers it, but I haven't heard, and now they want you, but you pick something else. It's just a hot mess. And this was in my research that I did as a consultant for them, is just, I saw what a mess and how many different ways we were working. So moving forward, teaming up with CoverMe, I see this, and we already are doing this. We're using this in spas. We're using it with front desk. We're using it with swim lessons. We're using it with racket sports. We're using it pickleball. And that is even more important, because if you have a missed swim lesson, you have missed revenue. We have missed revenue. So that's going to catch people's attention. Pickleball lessons. And so I think the sky's the limit. I think group fitness is the heart of everything, and that's how we're coming in, or we're mostly known. But I'm telling you, this will eventually, I believe, take on the entire fitness space, if not more, the hospitality space.
Totally. Yeah. I think as we continue to grow outside of what maybe our traditional fitness industry looks like, with, the gig economy really driving a lot of these opportunities, this partnership is in a good position. So thank you, everybody, for being on this call today, for sharing more about CoverMe for our audience, and also just for creating something so impactful, so groundbreaking for our industry. I want to make sure that everybody who's joined us today, whether that be on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube or Instagram, can download the app. So I'm going to pop up the QR code on the screen here. You are welcome to download this app for your instructors and for your venues. When you get to this code, you'll be able to download it in both the Apple and Google Play Store. We're going to leave this up for about the next 10 seconds or so. This is where, as these wonderful women have been talking about, you can create your free profile. This is where you can really start to tap into that network, and also build simultaneously your Fitness Connect profile with IDEA, because all of these profiles that are being built through the CoverMe app are coming over to our network, and we're tapping you in so that we can support you on the next phase of your journey. I want to thank the CoverMe team so much for joining us. We're thrilled to be your partner in this initiative for our industry. The technology that you built is already proving to be such a valuable tool, and we're really excited for the future. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure.
Madeline, as they're headed out, I also wanted to talk about the importance of this verifying qualifications. We all know that the entire globe, but primarily the US, we are still trending toward more and more obesity. And we play a critical role in the preventative side of the equation. And all of us as professionals, we didn't get that acknowledgement in a lot of places and spaces around the world during the shutdowns. We were not deemed essential. We were not deemed part of the healthcare continuum. And so one of the reasons IDEA wants to support this important initiative is we really want to be verifying and putting qualified fitness professionals, personal trainers and strength and conditioning coaches and nutritionists out into the workforce. And we want to take your credentials and we want to shout them loud and proud. And we want to help you maintain those credentials. And so that's really what's at the heart of this for me, not only to help you find work, but we want to brag about your credentials and we want to make sure you stay qualified and verified. Because as you led into this, or I think Rosanna was talking about just how much everything is changing so quickly. I mean, we could go on for days, and we will in this podcast, about all the things that have changed even since I was personal training actively. And you have to stay at the top of your game. And that means you need to maintain quality credentials. So I'm most proud that IDEA is standing behind that.
Yeah, I think that that's a great addition to the conversation, Amy. We didn't have much of an opportunity to share a little bit about our side of things and how this is going to be a part of the IDEA ecosystem. And so that definitely helped clarify a lot of it. I love the Cover Me team. Aren't they wonderful? They're so much fun, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to work with them. So make sure that if you weren't able to snag that QR code and download it, you can do it here. Thank you to our producer, Alyssa, for popping that up for us. But you can download it. You can search for it in the Apple Store, or you can go to our website, ideafit.com/coverme, and you can read all about it, both from a venue side and from the instructor side. So thank you so much again to the Cover Me team. We're going to move into another part of the show today where over the last month, the beginning of September, we launched an opt-in to win giveaway. And this giveaway was for one of 4 $25 Amazon gift cards if you simply opted in to hear more from IDEA, more updates on our events, more updates on education or courses that you could take, more everything IDEA. And we had lots of people do so from the beginning of the campaign to our cutoff date on the 22nd of September. And so we would love to announce over the next hour or so all of our winners. But the first winner I would like to announce is I think that's my cue. Maybe I should just say her name. The first winner of the $25 Amazon gift card is Tamara White. So congratulations to Tamara White. You can look for an electronic Amazon gift card to be sent to your email soon. We'll have that by the end of this week, if not before then. So please stay tuned for an email that's clearly labeled IDEA winner. We're going to get you that $25 Amazon gift card. We encourage you to not only stay tuned for the remaining segments that we have on the show today, including a discussion about our health insurance, as well as a discussion about liability insurance, and then finally a discussion about our business membership that we're excited to launch. But I do want to encourage people to please continue to opt in, give them the opportunity to enter more giveaways and contests, but also to just be a part of our IDEA community. Find out if this is the right place for you. We think it is. And we'll hope to be connected with you a little bit more. As we move in, the next segment that we're going to be talking about a little bit, Amy, is our health insurance. And our health insurance is something that you were a part of kind of pioneering a couple of years ago. And I want to hand this over to you so that you can give a better introduction to our health insurance services, why we provide them, what we provide, and why that is an important part of our membership.
Yeah. Well, again, this goes back to my days as a personal training manager in health clubs and managing group exercise programs. And I was the one who was trying to build programs that would qualify an employee to earn the benefits of that company or the club. But most often, in fact, I can say all of those large club chains that I worked with had a minimum of 30. 30 was the minimum to get a full-time kind of health insurance policy. And then there was a part-time that you could meet as well if you had 20 hours a week. So imagine if you're new to a club, and we all know how these business models work. If you're not working, you don't get those hours. You can't qualify for health insurance, and at a minimum for yourself, but also for your family. So over the years, I would see so many trainers, that personal trainers and Group X instructors, who had to leave our industry to go get a full-time job simply so that they could be entitled to have health benefits. And it didn't make any sense to me, first, that these companies couldn't set up a program that would extend health insurance to their part-time employees and help them along the way. So right when the pandemic started was when we launched the program, and I'd been working on it since the very, very day I stepped in to run this company back in July of 2019. It was the very first initiative of mine, was to bring a health insurance program to fitness professionals that is designed for you, that stays with you. It doesn't require a certain number of hours to work. It is designed for a healthy professional in most cases. It doesn't look at your pre-qualifying kinds of injuries or illnesses. And it's there to protect you when you need it. It doesn't rely on where you are employed. So we introduced the program way back in it would have been 2020 is when the pandemic started. So right around there. And we know that it helped lots of fit pros, especially at that time when people were unemployed. They had to leave their jobs, sadly, and they didn't have other options. Another cool thing about it is you can come into the program whenever you want. There's not open enrollment periods, which really helps, because other programs, you have to wait till a certain time of the year to enroll. And then this program, you can on-roll and off-roll whenever it's convenient for you. It is more of, as I said before, I've seen policies that cover only like significant injuries, or if you're emergency only type of programs. It's not like that. It does have some prevention tied into it, which I loved. So that you can get your medications covered, you can get your annual visits covered. But you will find, if you do the research, it may not be as comprehensive as some of the programs that large club chains can offer. So I do encourage each person to do their due diligence to see if it's right for them. But I'm just so proud that finally we have something for fitness professionals who enjoy our profession, love the gig economy, but also deserve to have quality health insurance.
Absolutely. I think too that, when we think about the way that fitness professionals operate, they are their business. They are their own business. So getting professionals to start thinking about themselves in that way is, I think, an important piece of our business, of the IDEA membership. It's really to say, to provide support on all areas of your career, whether you are a new fitness professional or you've been a fitness professional for a long time, maybe covered with health insurance or maybe not. But you can access this whether or not you're new or seasoned, whether or not you're an IDEA member. And I think that that's something that fitness professionals are looking for as well. They want access to things that they don't need to immediately buy into, but ultimately we hope that they would see, the value that being a member provides, because you also get, as a member of IDEA, lower cost on some of these programs. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I encourage you, if you're looking now, or if you know that you will be looking soon, or even if you have a program and you're like, gosh, I wonder if I'm in the right type of plan. Our partners at Vault would be happy to get onto a call with you and discuss your needs and see if our program could be a better fit for you and your family, or could be a lower cost option for you and your family, or maybe it's supplemental to something else that you currently have. So I just encourage you to take a peek. Again, it was designed with fitness professionals in mind. It was designed for someone who is their own business owner, and it really does give you that security and safety to know that you have something in the event that you are injured. Let's face it, fit pros are getting injured even when you're teaching. So it's important that we have access to quality healthcare. And this is just a great option that I'm really, really proud we can offer.
Yeah, absolutely. I did reach out to Vault and asked them to maybe offer us a couple of things, well wishes for the show they sent over to us. But I wanted to share something that they had sent over for our audience. One of which being, working why Vault is an ideal partner at this time for us, and that's because of their expertise in providing these innovative insurance solutions that are tailored for specific industries. So they are understanding the unique needs of fitness professionals. They understand that combined with a proven track record for delivering these benefits, IDEA can offer a solution that aligns perfectly with the demands of the fitness industry and with the fitness professional. And I thought that was such a great anecdote from them, because it really confirms that not only is IDEA seeking, partnerships that benefit professionals, but we want to work with people who align with our values, and we want to work with people who fit with us. So as you're considering becoming a member of our IDEA community and wondering whether or not this is a right place for you, know that we keep that in mind in our partnerships as well, so that we can offer you truly the most value for being a member of our community. As we wrap up, is there anything additionally that you'd like to share about our health insurance? I want to pop up the link here so that people can access more information, FAQs, if they're interested in going to our website, ideafit.com/health insurance. That way you can see not only our health insurance options as a member or as a non-member. And I'm assuming that a lot of people here joining us today might be in one of those groups. So make sure that you're paying attention to what you're navigating to.
I do want to say one more thing, Madeline. When, again, we recognized that some people want to participate in our insurance programs and don't necessarily want to have a membership at that point in time. So we dropped the requirement that you have to be a member to participate in our program. But we really, really want you to take a look at what we're offering. There are several different plans to choose from. Again, if it's not right for you and your family, no problem, but take a look, because we really have partnered with someone who understands our industry and the needs of a fitness professional, whether you're an employee somewhere and you're not earning benefits, or whether you are your own employer and you are self-employed and you're looking for something for yourself or for your family. It's a great option. So take a look, and you do not have to be a member, although we hope you choose to become one.
Absolutely. And speaking of injuries, in just a moment, we're going to talk a little bit more about liability insurance. So stay tuned for that. But before we transition over to do so, I would like to announce the next winner of our giveaway. Again, we did a giveaway over the month of September, an opt-in to win giveaway from the 1st of September through the 22nd. Those of you who got our emails and opted into text message and email marketing, we threw you into a drawing to win a $25 Amazon gift card. One of the winners we've already announced, Tamra White. We were very excited to announce her as our first winner, but we do have another winner. That winner will... I think I said winter, not winter. Anyway,
that scared me.
I know it's a little more exciting, right? The winner of our second gift, $25 Amazon gift card, is Jennifer Miles. So congratulations to you, Jennifer. We will be sending you that $25 Amazon gift card electronically before the end of this week. So make sure that you pay attention to your inbox. We'll clearly mark it IDEA $25 gift card. So don't miss that. So that way you can, use that for whatever you might need. We're looking forward to continuing that. We are getting ready to talk a little bit with our liability insurance partner, Locked In. I just want to make sure that they're able to join the live stream today.
Yeah. Madeline, while you do that, if I could just add to, hey, the reason these people are winning money is because all they did was opt into our communications. So the thing that is most painful to me is when a Fit Pro says, I didn't know IDEA was doing that. I didn't know you had this opportunity to attend an event in my community. I didn't know that you provided this course that I really desperately needed to advance my career. It's because you're not opted in for our communications. So all we're inviting you to do is to opt in to receive IDEA's emails. And then that way, well, first we're giving away money just to entice you to come over and get our communications, but you will be in the know and you will get a sense of who we are and what we're doing and how we are serving the global fitness industry with the professional at the very forefront of our hearts and minds. So even if you are not ready to be a member, but you just want to kind of get a sense of who we are, that's a great way to do it, is just sign up on our website to get our newsletters and our communications. And that way you can get to know us.
That's great. Thank you so much for saying that again, Amy. Of course, all you need to do is go to our website, ideafit.com/updates, so that you can enter your email and your text, your phone number for text messages. We're going to be rolling out our SMS communication very soon. Again, I'm just waiting to get our liability insurance partner on. But Amy, why don't we go ahead and start talking about liability and why this is such an important for fitness professionals, why this is another partnership that you pioneered in order to provide that additional support for pros in our network and out of our network.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I can't take full credit. I'm getting some background feedback. We are live, everybody. We are absolutely live. So I will go back. I can't take full credit because IDEA has been offering liability insurance for many years. It actually, we had the program with different carriers for a period of time, but currently, and for the last many years, we've been with Lockton. Lockton is our insurance partner. And highlights of the program: one, we have been able to keep the cost for fitness professionals to a really, really, really inexpensive number. So you can get liability insurance for yourself to protect yourself for as low as $91 a year. And that is whether you are an IDEA member or not. If you are a fitness professional and even an allied health and fitness professional, which we'll talk more about in a minute, we have been able, because we are a large association and we have so many Fit Pros in our group, we're able to keep your costs low. So Lockton is a phenomenal partner. Their policy is incredible. They also have a call line where you can call in and get answers to all of your questions. So in the event that they aren't able to join today, hopefully they can pop in, but in the event they aren't, they are always available to our members and non-members, our audience, to answer questions about insurance. Our programs are for the US only at this time, and they are in all 50 states. And if you are teaching virtually or on demand, this will cover your business as long as you are based in the US. And if you are teaching abroad, or if you're working, if you go to South Korea with us and work in our event there, it covers you there. Again, as long as you are, in this case, a US-based professional who has a US address. So hopefully we'll do some international programs soon. Very interested, especially with our new partnership with Cover Me. But currently Lockton is available in the US. So what else about the program, Madeline? What else would you like to know?
You know, as we are doing a live show and everybody tuned in right now can understand, we were expecting to have our guest Lockton on. We may have run a little ahead, but one person that we do have on the show, Amy, right now is our Director of Partnerships, Nick Clayton. And if possible, we could definitely move on to talking a little bit more about our IDEA business membership that we plan to launch soon until we wait, while we wait to have Lockton on. We can revisit that.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're going to introduce to the show now Nick Clayton, our IDEA Director of Membership. Welcome to the IDEAfit Pro Show Live.
Well, hello. Hey, Madeline. Hey, Amy. How's it going? Great show so far.
Welcome from the Nashville office.
Ha! Yes, most of our team is in San Diego, beautiful Southern California. I left Southern Cal a couple years ago, and I'm now in Nashville. And other than the humidity, love it. So it's been good. But yeah, Nashville office is ready to rock.
Awesome. I want to give our audience the opportunity to get to know you a little bit better. Can you tell us a little bit about your background in the industry, as you now are not only the director of partnerships here at IDEA and business development here at IDEA, but you're also an instructor and a fitness coach yourself, and that plays a huge role in the work that you do here at IDEA. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. So I grew up in New Jersey, did my undergrad in corporate health promotion. Knew I did not want to live in New Jersey, wasn't sure where I wanted to go. So I did my grad school studies at University of Florida for exercise science. Started personal training at Gainesville Health and Fitness, which was on Forbes' list for top small companies in the world or in the country in 2017. From there, went on to run the rec centers at the University of Florida and realized I was a great trainer, but didn't know anything about business. So I ended up getting my MBA at University of Florida. From there, went on to start a sports performance program for the team doc for the Texas Rangers. So it was a combination of the performance side and the business side. Loved Texas, loved what I was doing, but an opportunity came up to work with National Strength and Conditioning Association. So I took that. Moved out to Colorado Springs, met Amy, just had a ton of opportunities, working in education, events, and really kind of learning the insides of the industry and what it takes to be successful. From there was COO of Pain-Free Performance Specialist Certification until COVID shut those down. Those were live events. And then since then, I've been doing my own small business, online coaching, some in person, and then work with IDEA as Director of Partnerships and Business Development.
Thank you so much for that overview. We wanted to just share a little bit more about what a powerhouse you are here for IDEA Health and Fitness Association, and how I was talking to Amy the other day about this, but how quietly, though, I don't know, how great your progression through the industry and through your career has been. It's like this, you look at the history that you have had in not only your career, but here in the industry, and the impact that you've made so far. And I feel like we have yet to know who Nick Clayton really is. So I wanted to.
I knew I had to get him on this team.
Amy's like, we need that guy over there. Perfect. We now have our locked in representative on the call. So as we do in live TV and live streaming, we're just going to switch right back, and Nick will bring you back towards the end when we chat a little bit more about the business membership, if that sounds okay with you.
That sounds great. Looking forward to it.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. Hang tight. I'm going to bring to the stage Nick Snorgrass. He is with Locked In Affinity Liability Insurance Services. We're going to just chat a little bit more with him about some of the things that we've already begun to discuss. Added to the stage, welcome, Nick Snorgrass.
Hey there.
Hi Nick. There. And Nick, where are you joining us from?
Good old Overland Park, Kansas, just outside of Kansas City.
All right. Very good. I knew you were Midwest. I'm a Des Moines girl myself. Grew up over there.
A little north of here.
Yeah, a little northeast of there, I think. But we were chatting just briefly a few moments ago about liability insurance for fitness professionals and why adding this part of the business to our membership was so valuable and so important. But I want to open it up to you to provide, some more information about liability insurance, whatever you feel like you can speak to. But I'll go ahead and start by maybe asking why this program is so important for fitness professionals, and how the policies that Locked In provides protect them in their day-to-day work with clients.
Yeah, no, great question. And obviously the insurance world, no one wants to pay for insurance, right? But it's always nice to have if something happens. And the cool thing about here at Locked In, the services that we provide you guys is we give you guys the options to protect yourselves from a general liability standpoint and also professional liability standpoint. Those are the two most common policies that are taken advantage of as part of this particular program. And the reason why it's so important is, as an instructor, and you're doing your thing, and you're trying to teach people how to be flexible and whatever else may be. If something were to happen to the person, they were to pull something, break something, in this world, the reality is you can potentially be held responsible because maybe you weren't looking at them when they did it, or even crazier is, some people go from people's home to home to do these type of instructions, or they might meet people in a park. And again, the crazy thing is as people are coming to be taught and go through a class, if they happen to trip, if they happen to pull something, or whatever the case may be, these type of policies protect not only you as an individual, but you from a legal and financial standpoint too.
Yeah. And I think, it's common for professionals to maybe assume that the relationship that they have with their clients, or the relationship that they have with their group fitness classes, anybody in those rooms is kosher, and that they would, never bring a lawsuit their way, but it happens. And I think it's important for us to not harp on what could be, that's what I should say, not harp on what could be. But we want people to understand that without protection, they could be liable for, something that could really damage their career, their reputation. And we want to protect people from that, especially knowing how hard so many fitness professionals work to get to where they are. Amy, could you maybe speak to some of the situations that professionals could find themselves in where this would be important?
Yeah, well, you talked about someone getting injured as no fault of yours, but you happen to be leading that class, or it happens to be your client. The person could have, let's just say you were doing an exercise and they stepped backwards and tripped over a kettlebell. And, again, no fault of yours, but it was left on the ground by another member. But because they were in a one-on-one session with you, sometimes, sadly, the first place they'll look is to the employer, if you have an employer, and then they're going to look to the next person who could potentially be responsible. So we've seen a lot of times where fitness professionals are targeted in those cases through after your employer, with your employer. And if you're self-employed, it all comes on you. So you want to protect your business, but you also want to protect yourself. And that is where these policies give you just a little extra level of reassurance that, gosh, it's not when something's going to happen, or sorry, not if, it's a when, because accidents happen everywhere. And you just want to make sure that you have this layer of protection. But I wanted to ask Nick about the different allied health professionals these programs cover, because we really can cover more than personal trainers and Group X instructors. I know we can work with other allied health professionals in the clubs. And so could you elaborate on who else might be a good candidate for these programs?
We've seen it all. Amy, you probably know more about the different types, but there's really not necessarily a profession in this particular industry that we come across that we couldn't insure. But to go back on, to your point, Madeline, on harping on, the what ifs, the really cool thing about being insured is it actually kind of increases your professional credibility as an instructor. It's kind of similar to like, I'm not a big X or Twitter guy, but I guess there's that blue check mark, right? That you get if you've been certified or whatever the case may be. A lot of people take you a little more seriously, or some people would take you more seriously as an instructor if you say, hey, I have insurance, you're protected, I'm protected. So that's also another more positive advantage that might be worth having.
Totally.
It's a really good point. I was just going to say it's a good point that it shows that you take your profession seriously. It shows that you are a fitness professional and not just, doing this fly by the night. And so again, it's step number 2. You get your credential, you get yourself insured. I tell every professional this, and I have for 30 years. Get your credential and then get your layer of insurance. Those are the first 2 steps to becoming a fitness professional.
Absolutely. And this applies not only to fitness professionals, but as we spoke about earlier with Cover Me on the call, karate instructors, rowing teachers, swim instructors. I mean, I could go on, dance teachers, anyone who is working with another person, like you said, Nick, in a space where they could potentially be injured, potentially, need some kind of additional care that you're unable to provide. And then they come back to you and say, here's how you're going to deal with that. And if you don't have the protection that you might need, you could be, caught in a position you don't want to be in. Amy, tell us a little bit more before we end with Nick today. The difference between having our coverage as a member and having it as a non-member.
Yeah, our members absolutely are given a preferred price. So you want to come in through IDEAfit.com, take a look at our liability insurance programs. We have individual professional liability programs, and we have club and studio policies. So if you own a brick and mortar, if you're teaching out of your garage, take a look at those. Those are excellent places to look. And again, do your shopping. You should absolutely price compare and make sure that the limits that we're offering meet your needs. A lot of times you'll have to get additional insured certificates. So if you're running a program at a park, let's say we live in San Diego. So when I want to go down to Mission Bay and teach a class, I need to pull a permit and I need to add an additional insured. So you want to make sure Lockton can do all of that for you. All you have to do is go on and ask for it, and it will be in your inbox in about 5 minutes. The program is very, very easy to sign on. Everything is done online. If you have specific questions, Nick and his team are always available to answer questions about your business, your needs, your limits. We've covered large franchises. So there are franchises who bring all of their franchisees to IDEA for coverage, and we cover independent fit pros. So the only thing I think we can't cover in our program is massage therapy, but I think we can do everything else. I'm pretty sure we can do everything else.
Perfect.
Yes, and things are always changing on our end, Amy. So maybe if we can't necessarily get it covered today, that's not something. I mean, we move pretty fast and evolve based on your guys' needs. So it definitely doesn't hurt to send us a note, give us a call, and if it's something that we can get covered, we'll do that for you guys.
I'm going to have our producer put the link down there on the screen so that way you can see where you can go to get a quote or get more information about Lockton. You can visit our website, IDEAfit.com/liability insurance plans. That way you can not only learn more about the different areas, the different levels of coverage, but you can see what could be applicable to you. You can see if it's a good fit for you, as everything else that we've talked about in this podcast might be. Thank you so much, Nick, for being with us. We appreciate that you were able to join us from Kansas City today, and we look forward to continuing to provide fitness professionals with your services in the future.
Thank you so much, Nick. We really appreciate it.
Hey, thanks a lot, ladies. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk soon, I'm sure.
You too. Okay. We will.
All right. Bye.
All right. Madeline, Lockton has been such a great partner with us. Again, I just can't emphasize how they are available all the time for our members to call, whether you're having an issue, you need an additional insured certificate, but also just if you had questions about insurance, because I hear a lot from Fit Pros, both with health insurance and with liability. This isn't our forte. And a lot of people don't know what they need, and they're just not sure what's going to be a good level of protection. So call them, talk to them. The program we offer, the one that I was saying can be as low as $91 a year, gives you over $1 million of coverage in case somebody were to say that you were at fault for an injury or something that happened. So it really is great, comprehensive, all-inclusive coverage that you should take a look at. Again, make sure it's right for you and your business, but it is absolutely a great option. And IDEA sourced a partnership with Lockton because we understand the needs of fitness professionals, and so did they. So this is a curated program. Again, I will emphasize, just like our health insurance, this was curated for you, for our industry, for fitness professionals and your needs. And that's why we partnered with Lockton, which we're so proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for adding that. We want to bring Nick Clayton
Yes.
back on the call and have him join us again. We were able to meet him a little bit earlier and learn a little bit more about our Director of Partnerships and Business Development here at IDEA. But now we're going to deep dive into what's new. I think this is the most exciting part of the show because we have been working on this business membership for a long time now, probably what, 2 years almost. And we have some partners out there right now who are testing it in beta and just letting us know what the bugs are. So soon we'll be able to provide this to you all for your club or studio. I'm going to let Amy and Nick take it over and talk a little bit more about it. But
Yeah.
go ahead and
yeah. I'm hearing some background noise. I'm not sure what that is.
feedback as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but I just want to give a little history. So we have had a business membership in the past. So many of you may have had business membership with IDEA. We actually, back with our previous owners, when we were with the previous company, we did a restructure. We dissolved those memberships and kind of went out of them because we knew we wanted to reinvent what the business membership looked like. So we've done that now. And as Madeline said, we are trialing it with a couple of business and studio owners. And so we're really excited to share what this business membership will bring for you. Nick, you have been having a lot of conversations with business owners who've got teams of 5 personal trainers and 10 Group X instructors, all the way up to we're just onboarding a partner with hundreds of fitness professionals. So tell us more about what an IDEA membership will bring for those teams. And then also, what did those managers and owners tell you was important to them before coming on board with IDEA?
But yeah, that's a great segue. So I think starting with the last question first, the things that we hear across the board from studio owners to commercial fitness owners and beyond is it's hiring trainers and fit pros and retaining and training them. And that's kind of what we built this whole business membership around. It's a way for someone to say, okay, my 10 trainers or my 300 trainers or fit pros, because it encompasses everything. You know, how do I get them onboarded to a level that we know, you know, they're growing as professionals, delivering the best possible training sessions to their clients and classes. And how do we do that? And how do we systemize it? So this business membership provides a company the opportunity to basically create an umbrella of education for all of their staff. So with the company that we have that has 300 members coming on, 300 fit pros, they're essentially going to be able to get discounted Fit Plus membership, professional membership, even student membership in some of their cases. But they'll be able to say, hey guys, here's what we're going to do. You know, month 1 through 3, I need you to complete these courses on IDEA's website. I can pull a report and say, okay, where is everybody at? You know, they get CECs included with that and everything else. So it's a nice way of saying, hey, you know, we are raising the floor for our fit pros in terms of education and professional development in a really simple way to do it and cost-effective way to do it.
I also want to point out, because you alluded to some of the features that IDEA used to have with Club Connect, which we built. And we are bringing back some of those really important features that club owners and operators were asking IDEA for. 1 is I want visibility of my team. 2 is I want continuing education for my entire team, no matter who they're certified with. Listen, not everyone on your team is going to have the same credential. We will give you CECs for all the major agencies. I think we have, 52 certifying agencies that we verify with or provide CECs for, apologies. And then with our partnership with CoverMe, now you can get those all verified and have them in the digital wallet. So these partnerships dovetail, but we're bringing back some of the features that people signed on for many, many years ago with IDEA. They are back and people are excited.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that comes up in every conversation I have is, you know, I'm a fit pro. I've got 3 certifications. So I can go on IDEA and search for courses that provide CECs for my 3 certs. So I can take one course that knocks out the CEC requirements for those 3 units, as opposed to taking 3 different courses for 3 different companies. It just saves so much time and effort, and it really puts the forefront back on, hey, put the trainer or the group fitness instructor in front of their client and let them do their job, and not have to worry about what requirements am I missing? What do I have to do to get this thing done? It just simplifies it, and it's a great way. It's real efficient and economical.
Yeah. Nick, I wanted to ask also about the ability for professionals to come in and take what they want, but also to maintain those credentials. So we have courses, we have articles. Could you speak a little more to all the different ways that Fit Pros are getting educated on IDEA's platform?
Sure. I think last count, we were close to 10,000 some odd content pieces. Meaning if you go into IDEA and start searching things, there are 10,000 resources that you can pull from. And that ranges from articles to videos to courses to third-party courses to webinars and podcasts. So you can literally, be on your bike listening to a podcast and then go take a quiz and get your CCs. If you kind of nerd out like I do in like long form articles, there's plenty of that. If you need the video side of things, there's courses for that. And it spans everything from personal training and group fitness, mind, body, nutrition, business development. But I think the real thing or something that a lot of people miss is these courses are all developed by leaders in the industry. IDEA is kind of the educational hub. It's the fitness association. I was in a conversation with someone the other day, and they said, I'm a member with IDEA because it's our personal trainers union.
Yeah.
And it's the best of the best sharing their knowledge, and creating access for trainers and group fitness instructors and Fit Pros just to have that resource, get all their questions answered, and to know that they're providing good information to their clients.
And then back to these conversations you've been having with business owners. Why would someone want to pay for membership for their personal trainers or for their Fit Pros? Why would I, as a small club and studio operator or a large club chain, want to provide a service like IDEA and continuing ed? Can you speak to what you're hearing from the different owners and operators?
Oh, absolutely. So one, it's the CEC benefit. It's standardizing your internal systems to raise that floor knowledge of all your Fit Pros. But the other piece is it's cost effective and it's a benefit. It's a bonus to your employees. When you onboard your Fit Pros and you have a training curriculum that covers the cost of their CECs for all their certs that they're going to have, it's just one of those things that keeps them engaged to your company. They're going to continually learn, develop, and grow with your company, so stay with you longer. And we all know the longer a Fit Pro stays with a company, the more revenue they're going to generate and the more consistent it becomes. And it's a win-win across the board. And it's just one of those things where, Fit Pros, if they're looking at one club versus another club, it's, hey, this club has the educational system on this side and they're paying for me to get all my CECs covered. It's just a bonus. It's another bonus to the package of being a Fit Pro at that organization.
I absolutely love that you said that, because I get asked all the time from club operators, how do we retain talent? How do I find high quality talent and how do I retain talent? And the very first thing I say to them, well, one is culture. You have to create a culture that someone wants to be a part of, number one. And number two, you need to invest in that human being and in their career development. So this is a perfect way of how employers can invest in their people. It will attract learners to you, people who want to be at the forefront of change and the forefront of learning. And it will also keep them engaged with you long term because they see that you're investing in them and their career. And so that's what I tell operators all the time is like, you've got to have a good benefit package. In addition to compensation, you need to have some good benefits that tell that human being in front of you that you care about them and furthering their education. And you're not scared if they're going to go to the other club and take their knowledge with them. Guess what? Everyone keeps their own knowledge regardless. And they're going to choose to work with you because of the culture you've created and because you invest in your employees. No different than any other profession.
Yeah, and it's a snowball effect. In my 20 plus years in the industry, it is, I would bet my entire house, I bet my little French bulldog who I love on this. The companies that invest in their Fit Pros, in their education, are the ones that are at the forefront of, okay, how do we continually get better? And it's that getting better, if the ancillary benefit is revenue. They retain clients more, they keep clients more, they can charge a higher dollar value for their sessions. They can offer different programs and packages because they see those kind of things that are out there in the industry. And it's the people that, if you focus on value and what you provide in education, those clubs rise to the top. And the other ones are, here's your standard hypertrophy workouts or your standard basic class. And clients for that, they come and they go. They're not going to stick with that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think the thing that stuck out to me when you were just speaking, Amy, is I think there's that saying, train people enough that they can leave, but build a community and a culture so that they don't want to.
Absolutely.
I think that's something that in my experience working in clubs and studios as well, I can tell when the club doesn't care about me. I can tell when the studio owner is too busy for me or doesn't see that what I bring to operating their club every day is of a greater value or that they're just not in that place yet. And so I think that providing resources outside of the brick and mortar, outside of their space, gives them the opportunity to learn and grow and expand their career in new ways. I'm so glad that we got this overview on the business membership because we're super excited to launch that very soon. But I also wanted to give a quick shout out to some of our other partners. And Nick, you can speak to this, but how do the partnerships with Gym Cloud and FitPost and Client Newsletter and the Client Newsletter enhance the IDEA membership experience?
Sure. So, we've talked a lot about the content and the educational side of things that IDEA provides, but we haven't touched on really the tools and resources. So one of those tools and resources is a program builder, and that's powered by a company called Gym Cloud. So it's a workout program builder. So it's a great value add for trainers and clients. So there's a number of ways you can kind of benefit from this. So essentially, I'm a trainer and coach. I have virtual clients and I have live clients. For my live clients, I use Program Builder. So if my clients are coming in 3 times a week, I know they need more mobility work or they need cardio work. I build a program in the app. It takes about 20 minutes. I send it to them. It's all standardized, and boom, here's your mobility workout and warm up for days we're not together, whatever it is they need. So it's value add. So you're adding to the services that you provide in terms of your one-on-one. And it's just a win-win. The clients are like, holy cow, this is incredible. Like, my trainer is the best. But you're just giving them the full service of what they need, and taking care of all of what they offer. The other piece to that is it opens up your opportunities. So if you're working just one-on-one, basically you only have so many hours a week you can train. This program builder allows you to train clients virtually. So I have clients all across the country where I'll check in with them once a week. I write their program for a month and we're good to go. And that's another revenue stream for me. As far as how that fits in with the mission of IDEA, it's all about getting people inspired to move. And this is just a tool that helps that. You're meeting clients where they are with what they need and providing your expertise across the board. So the Fit Pro expands their services. They can help more people. They get more people moving. The clients, they're getting what they need the way they need it, because not everyone can come in and train 3 days a week. So it's just a comprehensive piece. You mentioned FitPost and then Client Newsletter. So I think most Fit Pros will probably chuckle with this, but working on social media and having a campaign to build your own profile is tough. It's time consuming. What do you promote? What do you push out there? Who are you trying to represent? FitPost is amazing because it takes all that work out for you. So we have curated content with a calendar that you can link to your social media and it automatically posts. And you can pick and choose from a database of all sorts of content. So on your Facebook profile page, you can have something posted every day that is coming from a trusted resource. And Client Newsletter, on the final side. So keeping in touch with people via email is tough. It's another thing. It's time consuming. It's done for you. So you can get, Your newsletter, all you do is upload your clients and they get your branded email newsletter every month with great content. So it's all those tools and resources. It's about simplifying all the admin side of things so that Fit Pros can really focus on inspiring and helping people.
Thank you so much. I think that's great. Yes, clap. That deserves applause. That was incredible. I think that I've been saying this throughout the show, but I think that because of this show, we've been able to prove that these partnerships are truly something of thoughtful consideration. These partnerships are for the fitness pro. So like you said, Nick, they can truly focus on what it is that they do best. We want to be able to give them peace of mind with health and liability insurance. We want to be able to set them up for success with the tools and resources like Gym Cloud, like Client Newsletter, like Fit Post. And then we want to be able to help them continue to grow and to find new opportunities and to network and to earn more revenue or earn more money for themselves and for them families. And that is proven with our partnership with CoverMe. I want to ask one more question before we wrap up, and maybe you could just go quickly through this, Nick, but what are our current membership tiers? What does our current membership look like? Who is it for? And when could we maybe see the business membership being available? And maybe Amy could speak to that as well.
Sure. Great questions. So in terms of tiers and benefits, the easiest answer is just go to our IDEAfit page, click on that join now. You'll get the membership comparison of everything that's available. But in general, we have 3 tiers. So it's student, professional, and then Fit Plus. So I'll give you the rundown of Fit Plus and then kind of an overview of who they're all for. But essentially, the Fit Plus gives you access to IDEA's article library, insurance services, client newsletter, our newsletters and digital publications. So the award-winning Fitness Journal, Fit Tips, Member Insights, Food and Nutrition Journal, member perks, discounts on IDEA events, IDEA courses, discounts on third-party courses, Fit Post, unlimited CECs. There's a lot and more. So that's why I kind of say, check out the website so you can kind of see where they all fit. The student membership and the pro membership do not include the unlimited CECs. So that's the one thing. The student membership, obviously, if you're a student, you get a great price. It's access to content. And really the value there is when you're studying in school, you're learning about research. You're just getting entwined into this field. It's a great way, having a student membership with IDEA, to really pair the practical side of things with the research side of things. So let's say you're learning about exercise technique in class. You can go and you'll have a lecture on squats and coaching squats and hinge or whatever it is. But then you can go on IDEA and find 12 articles on coaching cues, on what to look for, on limitations and corrections. So it's a great way to really merge the research and the practical side of things. When we get to the professional side of the membership, it's a lot of the same thing in terms of content. It's really designed for people that don't need CECs. So if you're an aspiring Fit Pro, if you're a sport coach, anyone that wants to really learn and get involved in the industry, but they don't need the CECs, that's for them. And then the Fit Plus, that's the all-encompassing, everything you need. The CEC value pays for itself in the course of a year. So it's kind of a no-brainer, especially if you have multiple certifications. I feel like I'm starting to ramble here a little bit on those.
Yeah,
but check out the website to see those differences.
Yeah,
totally.
And I
We
can
can put the
jump
link
in.
at the bottom too here before you go, Amy. We'll add the link down there.
Yeah, perfect. I can jump in and just layer that. It also gives you discounts to our live events, to our virtual events. So you definitely want to be an IDEA member when you're considering coming to our in-person events. Guys, the IDEAfit Plus was just in the last few years, we totally reconfigured it because we knew that, again, you have a lot of choices to consume education, and we wanted this to be both all-encompassing but also affordable. So it is 55 cents a day for a year to get all of your CECs. I'm going to lean in. 54 cents a day to get all of your continuing education credits. Honestly, we've made it a no-brainer. It is, and as we've elaborated on, IDEA is the umbrella working with all certifying agencies. So if we don't have your CEC agency listed, you need to get on the phone and call us, and we will reach out to them and see if we can get CECs with your agency. But we've got about 52 agencies already where our courses, our IDEA Fitness Journal articles, they meet those mandates to help you stay current and to help you stay certified. So we also do specialty certificates. So I love this. We've been pulling together articles and courses that are around a specific theme. So I know we were just talking about doing one on longevity and aging, and we want to pull together all those resources from subject matter experts all over the world and pull them together into a certificate bundle where not only do you get your education credits, but you can become more of a specialist in that area. And if we don't have what you're looking for in our library, again, pick up the phone and call us. But 54 cents a day. No brainer.
That is incredible. Yes, absolutely. When you put it into perspective that way, it's like price per class. You definitely want the larger packages. Thank you so much, Nick, for being with us, for joining us. We hope to see you on more episodes in the future. If you are a club owner or operator or a fitness professional interested in membership at all, please reach out to us. Get connected with Nick. Get connected with our team. We want you to be a part of our IDEA community. And we're really looking forward to having you, because after hearing all of the incredible benefits of being a part of the IDEA community, despite the level of membership, it seems that it's a no-brainer, just as Amy was saying, to join us. So we would love to have you. Before we go, I want to give Nick the opportunity to be a part of our final giveaway. We've got 2 more $25 IDEA winners of an Amazon gift card. So I'm going to allow him to do so. However, we've got one more. I love that our producer's cutting in on the comedic timing. I start to ramble. She says, stop. She says, get that out of here.
I love all the animations.
Nick, who are our final 2 $25 Amazon gift card recipients?
Hi, Madeline. We have a Gwen Jones. Congratulations. And an Yvette Pratt. Yvette Pratt. You all are the winners of the gift card. Congratulations.
Yes, we're so excited. And we announced 4 winners on today's show. So these are people who opted in to win from September 1st to the 22nd. They opted into ideafit.com/updates to be a part of this. All they did was enter their email and add their phone number, and they won $25. So we're going to be sending those gift cards out to your email inbox by the end of the week. Make sure that you stay tuned so that you can notice if you get an email that comes in, IDEA winner. Don't miss out on $25. That could get you a couple great things on Amazon for all that it's worth. Nick, we are so happy that you were able to join us today. We're going to let you take off as we close the show. But we look forward to all things IDEA with you in the future.
Thank you. Thank you, Nick.
Excellent. Lots of fun to connect with y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Amy, we have had such a wonderful show today. I'm so glad that we were able to kick off the IDEAfit Pro Show live and in this way, in an engaging and dynamic way. We had lots of guests on. We had different animations coming through, and we hope to continue to do this in the future. Is there any final remarks that you'd like to offer our audience of members and non-members, new members of our IDEA community before we go today?
Yeah. I would. Thank you for a chance just to kind of summarize. Like today, our goal was to kick off the IDEAfit Pro Show by sharing all that we're doing to support the industry. And so, yes, we want you to be a member so that you're in this inner circle of how we can support you in your business. but we are here to support the entire industry. I want to make that really clear. We are advocating for our profession at the global level, and we are here to support you. So we have the practitioner at the forefront of our hearts and minds at all times. And really, we do view our role as to be here to support you so you can inspire the world to fitness. So we're here to inspire you, I should say, inspire you so that you can inspire others through the work, the important work that you're doing. So please be part of our community. If not, just start by following us on social. You can start there, it's safe, and then you can come give us your email, and then you can become a member, and then you can come to an event. But we've got your back, we've got you covered. We're here to help you make money. We're here to keep you safe and educated and to have a wildly successful career.
Absolutely. Thank you for offering that. As we close the show today, we did announce a few winners, but we want everybody to be a winner. So that said, we're offering $20 off IDEAfit Plus to everybody who joined the call today or who has subscribed to our updates. You can use the code PROSHOW20 for $20 off your first year. Our memberships do auto renew, so making sure that you pay attention to that when you're choosing which membership is best for you. But PROSHOW20 for $20 off IDEAfit Plus. You can go to our website, idea.com/member plans, find a plan that's best for you, and join right away. We'll keep that code nice and safe in the show notes, so if you missed it, you can take a look. We hoped you really enjoyed this episode of the IDEAfit Pro Show live. If you did, we encourage you to like, comment, give us 5 stars on Apple Podcast, all the things, to explore IDEA's extensive library of over 75 episodes where we dive into a wide range of topics with some of the top experts and thought leaders in the fitness industry. So there's something for everyone, no matter your area of interest. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to reach out to us at content@ideafit.com. The IDEAfit Pro Show is a part of the IDEA Podcast Network. A big thank you to our entire team at IDEAfit. We look forward to doing this again very soon. Thank you, Amy, for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you, Madeline. You did great. Awesome. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.